Hi. So I asked 5 people to give me a list of 5 items. So I will have 25 items and I will be ranking all 25 things. I asked them to make them completely random, no correlation between items. They don't even know why I asked them. But I have 25 items and I'll be ranking them from worst to best. Also, I have them broken down in tiers, so there's like a little tier list element. So let's just get started. Also, face reveal, by the way. In F tier, we have ingrown toenails. These are painful. I get them all the time. It runs in my family. I'm like, I have to dig to get them out. It gets bloody. It hurts. It's painful. I wouldn't wish an ingrown toenail on my worst enemy. Number 24, flushable wipes. These, you know, if it was toilet paper, it would be way higher on the list. But flushable wipes? Okay, let's see. You're wiping your butt with something that's wet. So your butt feels wet, and then also you're flushing it. And I don't care if it says flushable wipes. Those wipes are not good for your plumbing, okay? Ask any plumber out there, they'll tell you do not use flushable wipes. Number 23, Canada. Like, okay, pretty self-explanatory. Why would anyone want to live in Canada? Like, let's see what they have. Hockey, not even that interesting. Maple leaves, like, what even is that? Like, they have good syrup and pancakes, I guess. Let's see. Everyone just overly nice. Like, they're not gonna tell you how it is. Like, Canada, maybe if you were a loser, you would want to live there, but obviously, not me. Number 22, Xboxes. So let's just be real here. PlayStation's beats Xboxes in so many ways. The way the controller feels in your hand on a PS5 is like unmatched by any console. And it's just better. The only thing that like I will think Xbox has ever done better than PlayStation is the making your own character on Xbox 360. That was like, I have so much nostalgia for that. But other than that, just give me a PS5 over any Xbox any day. Like, and talk about exclusives. Like, just the fact that Spider-Man is on PlayStation already makes it worth more than any Xbox. That's just facts. Number 21. Why was this given to me? This was inappropriate. It would be lower, but I think there are some like cool designs. Like there's tentacle ones, there's like furry ones. So like I couldn't do the bottom. I had to be a little higher than the very bottom. But again, this was inappropriate. It didn't belong in this list at all. And I'm offended by it. 20, Messi. This is this low because we all know Ronaldo's better. Obviously. Way better than Messi. Is there even any competition? Let's be honest. That was it for F tier. So that was the worst of the worst. Then we're going to D tier. So these are things that I mostly feel negative about, but they have some upsides. 19, socks. Okay. Socks, yes, they can be comfy sometimes, but they give me that like autistic like feeling of like I just need to take them off. Like as soon as I get home, I take off my socks instantly. Like it just that feeling, I don't like it. It's too much. 18, shoes. Shoes, I mean, they can't go that much farther than socks. So like I have to keep it at 18. Unfortunately, because thing about shoes is they have to be above socks because okay, they protect your feet way more. Like okay, try to step on some glass with socks. Socks can't do it. Try to step on some glass with shoes. No problem, no problem. That's why shoes will always be better than socks. And also like if you can't go out to a park in socks. You know, get your socks muddy. Try that with shoes though. It's a walk in the park. Which is why shoes clear socks. Shoes versus socks. Socks clear. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. Number 17, knives. First of all, violent. Very violent. Like how you should violently like this video and subscribe. So, I mean, they have their uses, right? You can use it to cut a stick, make it sharper, like put some s'mores on that sharp stick. But think about all the knife violence. Think about the British people. They get like walk in the street in British people area, instantly knife. Like, it's no joke. That's why knives are this low on the list, because it's just like, why use knives? We don't need them. They just cause stab, death. It's just not worth it. 16, chairs. So chairs, I'm not much of a chair guy. They're uncomfortable most of the time. I mean, there are some comfy chairs, but like, let's be honest, most chairs are uncomfy. Like, okay, look at this. This is not giving me the back support I need. This is not that helpful. That's why chairs, this long the list. Like, I'm much more of a couch guy. Give me a beanbag. Give me a beanbag over a chair. I mean, there are good chairs. There are some S tier quality chairs. Just most chairs aren't gonna fit that. But speaking of chairs, that was it for D tier. Now we're going on to C tier, which only has one entry. 15, dragon fruit. Dragon fruit, it's the only thing in C because it's like the most like no opinion on it thing ever. Like, I really don't feel any particular way about it, negative or positive. Like, let's see. You bite into it, what does it taste like? Nothing. Exactly. Like, I mean, maybe you get a little bit of that like water in it that like every fruit has, but like, come on, it's dragon fruit. And I'm so sick of seeing like dragon fruit flavored drinks. Like, okay, like what is that? Like, water. Dragon fruit has no taste, pretty much. So yeah, C tier. But moving on to B tier, 14, wallets. Wallets, most super useful. Like, B tier has a lot of useful things in it. Like, B tier is all about use. Wallets, very useful. It holds your driver's license, your money, your credit cards, like anything you can need. Get a wallet, perfect. But I think some things, the rest in B tier are better than wallet, which I'll get to in a second. Number 13, Torx bit. Torx bits, very useful. They can help you fix bikes. They're like, I love a good Torx bit. Like, they're fun to have, they're fun to keep in your pocket, they're fun to hold sometimes, they're fun to like put on your dresser and just keep it there for a little bit. They're just like, they're a cool centerpiece, like a cool conversation piece to have in your room. I support Torx bits because in 12, axe. Axe, like, you could say this is like a knife, it's violent, but you know what's way more funner than using a knife? Using an axe. I was a Boy Scout once, learning how to axe a tree, axe a log. That was fun. That was fun. Splitting the log. Oh my god, you have not lived until you've axed a good log in half. I'm telling you. Like, and have you ever seen those like lumberjack competitions where they'll have a bunch of big axes and a big stump and they axe into the side and then they stand on that axe and axe it on the side and the other one and go up, and it's like who can get to the top first on their stump? Oh my god. Amazing. Cinema. That's why axes are this high on the list, but not higher than number 11, Glasses. Glasses, okay. I hear your comments already, typing away, being like, glasses, how are glasses this high? Usually people that wear glasses are like lesser, obviously. If they weren't, why would they have to wear glasses? Well, don't think about glasses in that way, okay? I'm actually pretty progressive. I support people that wear glasses. Like, it's not really their fault that they're born lesser than the rest of us normal people. So we shouldn't like judge them for that. But I will say also, get a cool pair of sunglasses. You'll look cool, go out into public, everyone will be looking like, who's that guy? He looks so good, okay? Also, think about it. Glasses, like, this is very broad. This isn't just seeing glasses or sunglasses. You have those New Year glasses with the numbers, bro. That's freaking sick. Or freaking 3D glasses when you go to a 3D movie. And I'm not talking about the newer ones that are just like boring, that just look like sunglasses. I'm talking about the like OG ones, like the ones that would come in those like Shrek 3D, or the like Monsters vs. Alien 3D like DVD cases, if you know what I mean. If you know ball. But like those are fire. And solar eclipse glasses, don't even forget about those. So like, yeah, glasses are pretty darn cool. But I think again, this next one will be controversial. This next one, you guys will be thinking, how is this better than the ones I've just said? And that's because number 10, entering the top 10, doors. Doors. Oh my god. I got one there. I got two there. Is this a door? No, it's a drawer. But doors, very useful. So imagine a world without doors. I would have no privacy. It would just be a walkway. Anybody could just come in here to see me recording this. It would be embarrassing. That's why doors are this high on the list. Very needed for humanity and architecture. I mean, let's look back at history. When was the first door invented? Do you know? No, you probably don't, which is why we need to think about doors more often. Maybe make it a holiday, because we need to know this. I think this knowledge is important and can be used in lots of ways, so we need to learn this and figure it out. And also, like, there's glass sliding doors, which are fun and cool. There's all kinds of doors in Minecraft. Think about how many doors are in Minecraft. There's all different woods with different styles. Copper doors. There's 8 copper doors, because there's 4. Why am I talking about Minecraft? I should be talking about doors. Plus, there's like trap doors. And not just in Minecraft, in real life too. And like crawl space doors that lead you to a crawl space. That's so cool. But that was it for B tier. Now we're going on to A tier. A tier is filled with things that, like, okay, B tier had more useful things. A tier has fun things. Things that really are personal to me in lots of ways, because to me specifically, they feed my spirit. They feed my spirit. And let me tell you why. Number 9, a cracked neon green skateboard wheel. Now, this might not make any sense to you, because what? But let me explain it to you. Let me set the scene. You're walking through your park, just your local park. You're walking down the trail, and oh, what's that on the ground? It looks like neon green, like buried in the grass. You go down, you pick it up. You see a cracked neon green skateboard wheel. And now it's like a mystery. Like, what's the story behind this wheel? Like, it's intriguing, it's interesting. And then even think about the possibilities. Like, it could have been a drunk guy skating, ran into something, the wheel cracked. Like, who knows? Neon green, it's probably from like a 10-year-old if it's neon green. So maybe like a 10-year-old was skating messed up, got mad, like hit his skateboard against the ground. You never know. And that's why it's just interesting. It has that mystery. And that's why they're so high on this list. Now, this next one, number 8, axolotls. It's one where I don't have much to say. It's not axolotls. I mean, they're cool. They're somewhat interesting, but like, there's just not much to them. But I mean, look at them. They're cute. They're in Minecraft. They come in different colors. They're endangered. And they're cute and endangered, so like, I would feel bad putting them low on the list, you know? Like, I have to be the monster to put axolotls down on the list when they're dying out? Not me, not me. So that's why they're this high on the list. But not as high as number 7, lockets. Lockets, lockets, lockets. They can be heart-shaped or just a circle. Like, they can be different shapes already. Pretty cool. Already extra points. But they usually hold important pictures to you. And again, this is like the cracked neon wheel, because it tells a story, you know, what picture's in this, who's in this picture. Like, it's higher than the green wheel though, because like the green wheel, if the green wheel belonged to me, like, I would be like, oh, that sucks that I have a cracked green wheel. But if I just found it, it would be interesting. But with the locket, if I found it, it would be super interesting, because it's like, oh, what's the story? But also, if I owned it, it would also be special to me. So that's why it beats the cracked green wheel. Because it's just, you know, I would love a little locket. I kind of want a locket now, guys. I think I have to order one and just like put a picture of me. But yeah, lockets, they're cool, they're sweet, they can be cute, heartwarming. Lockets. Now, this next one is kind of a hear me out. Number 6, ankles. Ankles has multiple reasons why it's this high. First of all, it has the mystery element that the locket and the green wheel had. Because let's say you like are walking in the park again, you pass that green wheel, and you see this person. They're wearing a long sleeve hoodie with gloves, a mask, pants, some shoes, and the only skin you see on them is an ankle, like a little bit of an ankle. It's like, okay, what more does this person have to them? It kind of intrigues you. It's like, okay, tell me more. Let me, like, introduce me to you. This is your ankle, but who are you? But it doesn't only have mystery to it. It also has utility. You know, your foot wouldn't work without an ankle, okay? Without that little joint being able to, like, move your foot around, like, walking would be way worse. It would be, you'd basically, like, have to walk like a penguin. That's why ankles are really important to me. So yeah. Now we're in the top 5. A motel key, the number 204 on it. This, again, lots of mystery to it. Who's this key? Who does it belong to? What's in room 204? But even though, like, the ankles had a lot more elements to it, and the stuff below this kind of had more elements to it that had, like, the mystery element, but 204 room key still beats it, because it can send you on an adventure. You can go find the room that it belongs to, open it, maybe find some treasure, some lost puppy. You could find your future wife. You could find treasure, money. You could find like a monolith. You could find the prophecy. You can find the answer to life. There's no telling you what's behind that door of room 204. You just gotta take the key and open it yourself. The adventure aspect of a motel room key with 204 on it. It just beats everything below it. But the problem is, sometimes I don't want to be on an adventure, which takes me to number 4. Also, the first thing in S tier, a bed. Bed. Oh my god. This might seem way more boring than everything that was on the list before it. Like the 204 room key, the cracked wheel, the ankles, the lockets. But trust me, this goes above all of them. Because at the end of the day, those things give you mystery. Those things give you an adventure. But you know what they can't give you? Warmth. And a place to go at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, you just want the warmth of your bed. You had a long day at work, at school, at your in-laws' house, you know. And you just want a place to lay your head and rest. And that's a bed. A bed has a lot more value, infinitely more value to me than any like little cracked wheel or keys. Because sure, those things can send you on an adventure. You can have fun with those things, but that's temporary. That's gonna last you like how long? Like no long. But a bed, that's gonna be with you your whole life. It's almost like a family member. But that being said, number 3, unicorns. Number 3, unicorns. Why, you might be asking? Well, think about it. Unicorns, if you found a unicorn, you know how much money that would make you? You just proved unicorns would exist. Money-making machine. You could buy 500 beds. Unicorns are magical. You don't know what abilities they might have. They might be able to, like, I think unicorns can turn things into rainbows. So, like, you can turn your enemies into rainbows. I don't really know the magical powers unicorns have, but that's also why they're this high up there. They have that mystery, and you guys know I love a mystery by my last picks. So, yeah, unicorns are all the way number 3. But the one problem is the fact that they're not real. So something that's magical and real at the same time has to take the number 2 spot. And that's sprinkles. Sprinkles. They're magical, they're real, they taste good. Put it on your ice cream, that ice cream is 10 times better. Put it on your cake, that cake is now better. Honestly, put it on anything. Put it on a burger. Put it on some steak. Put it on some water. Sprinkles, sprinkles. Number 2 spot, sprinkles for sure. But the thing is, I still want that comfort a bed gives me. I want something that can give me comfort while also sending me on an adventure at the same time, while also giving me a magical experience. Everything in A tier was about experience and mystery. This number 1 spot has that. The things in B tier were all useful things. This tier has that. Everything in A tier gave you comfort or magic. This number 1 spot has that. In this number 1 spot, drum roll please, a toilet. And I know what you're thinking, haha, very funny, a toilet, but no, I actually mean this. Because every day I get home from my long day, like, I'm fed up with the world, I just want to rest. So what's the first thing I do after my long day? Do I lay my head on my pillow, on my bed? No. I go to the bathroom, I sit on the toilet, I do a number 2. And it takes about 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes 20. And I enjoy every second of it, oh my god. It's genuinely where I get my most comfort out of my day. It's where I have the most privacy in my day. It's where I'm the most happiest. It's genuinely one of my favorite things to do is to use it. So I want to know, was this a W first place? Or was there anything on this list you disagree with? Should have been higher, should have been lower, something was better than something else? Let me know, comment down below. I want to know how you guys feel about this. Please consider liking and subscribing to this video if you haven't already. Thank you for watching.